geometry. That's it. It's all geometry.
What's that, Cecil?
The great geometric geopolitical war is coming. I can see it in the squares. Man, we need something big.
Yeah, like breakfast.
No. We need a magician, man. Mandrake the hippie. You know, he goes flying around on his electric water pipe, putting down the forces of evil.
That's you.
Maybe. Zap, I end in war. Zap, I bust up an alliance. Poof, that tribe spared. Poof, that slumbering beauty awakened. That heat burned. Dead dog rotten. Twisted, burn. I eradicate evil with magic.
Oh, man, please, cool it. It's too early.
Yeah. Boy, I really hung up in Skull Harbor this morning.
How about rounding up some pickets?
Pickets, yeah. Something real.
Uh-huh. About 15 real strong sign carriers.
Zap, you're a social worker.
Speed. Hey, Speed. Come on, man, bust out.
Hey, where is everybody? What's happening?
Out. We're going to get some food and round up some pickets.
What are we going to pick up today?
Goodwin's department store. If I can get this monster to work.
What's the hang-up?
I don't know. Cecil tried to print his pamphlet on a wool jersey.
Hey, you can do that?
Yeah, but you have to take it off first. Never fails to cop out at the last minute.
Hey, be nice to it, man. Give it some love.
Love. I'm sick of love. I'm sick of this machine. I hate love. You got no soul, baby. Nothing drags me like you do.
How about a nice plastic, actual-sized trench mortar? Light enough for 8-year-olds. Let me show you how to come on to this machine.
Hey, don't mess with anything, man. Just needs to be cleaned. What's that?
Looks like a piece of wool jersey. We love you,
Always
baby.
listen to live music.
We love you, baby. Just hang in there a little longer, and I'll put a cap of acid in your ink.
No, you won't. No drugs.
All right. I'll set the first groovy chick that walks in on mute.
Mm-hmm. And break something.
That's why it's uptight, man. You set a square bag on it, and it's a hip machine.
It's not hip to be hip. Come on, sweetheart. There. She's all yours.
Hey, the fuzz?
Not the fuzz. Look at his shoes.
I'm George Miller. I'm a family friend of Jenny White. I was told I might find her here.
I'm Printer. Jenny's out right now. If you care to hang out for a bit, she'll be right back.
Thank you, I will.
That's Speed.
Hi there. You a policeman?
No, I'm a lawyer.
From San Francisco?
No, I'm from Jenny's hometown, someplace out of Chicago.
What do you want her for?
Hey, Speed. Get the sticks and staple up some signs.
Right.
Hey, looky. Groovy Chinese cat at laundry. Give me bag of shirts for the barrel. George, I'm not going.
Insight. Stories of spiritual conflict in the 20th century. Insight.
How do you grow up, find yourself, be the person you want to be? How do you become a person, separate and distinct from other people, yet able to open up and commune with them? How do you take possession of yourself, able to freely choose your own goals and freely commit yourself to them? Is it necessary to reject your parents and their values in order to find out what you believe and what you want to live for? And can you find yourself all alone? Or do you need the support and love of other people?
I just don't want to go home. At least not for a while.
Your father and mother love you, Jenny. Don't you have any feeling for them?
I love my parents. I really do. I sent letters explaining
I saw
things.
those letters. They upset your mother. One of them was, I don't know, just fragments.
That was haiku, little Japanese poems.
You're out!
Jenny, if you want a literary career, I can get you a job with Bob Clark's magazine in Chicago.
But I don't want to do that.
What do you want to do?
Just want to stay here. I dig the people and their honesty, the vibes I get from them,
The what?
the vibrations that I get from them.
What do you do with these vibrations?
You don't understand. I'm just trying to learn things about myself.
What things?
Things, just things.
Well, what sort of things?
But you can't add them up like that. They're mystical. I just sort of feel them.
That fantastic costume, the filth around here, you're quitting school, sitting around here not doing anything. Is that how you change that mystical thing into behavior?
Look, it's no use. You just
I
don't
just don't understand. I know. I'm not with it or on it or in it, around it, under it, where it's at, or whatever.
A, B, C, D. D, right? All of the above.
Speed. Let him do his thing.
The point is, I really don't understand. Is there some mystic path to happiness that I'm missing out on?
You're distorting everything. All I said was that I'm simply learning about people and therefore about myself.
What people?
Why are you doing this? The people here.
The people here are parasites, escapists. They can't face the real world. They can't face the fact that it's a tough, hard life out there. No, they haven't got the stuff that, say, your father has. The only thing you're going to learn here are the apologies for the weak, and they aren't very mystical. No, take that back. I'm sure there's a whole mystical front here dedicated to failure.
I think this is the real world. And that other place is the dream.
Don't get involved.
Can't be helped. Anxiety doesn't hurt so much if you share it.
That's noble. Share the anxiety, but stay out of my conversation. Jenny, look, just give it a try. If it doesn't work out, you can always leave again.
I know it'll be awful.
Oh, you don't remember what home is like. It's not all that bad. Just give it a try.
But I'll never get away again.
There are no bars on the windows.
Oh, you can't see them. My father puts up bars of fear, and my mother bars of guilt.
That's something we all carry with us, don't we?
But here I can feel beautiful. I don't have to feel like a little girl anymore. And I'm learning how to share.
Couldn't you share at home with your mother? She's very sad.
Well, I'm not. I ran away from home after living alone for so many years.
I think that maybe your parents understand that now. Please, Jenny, just give it a try.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready or not. I just don't know. It frightens me. Printer, where's it at?
Jenny, you've got to do your own thing.
Can I call your father and your mother and tell them we're coming home?
I'll call them.
Where are your clothes?
I don't have any clothes, just a few tweakies.
Tweakies?
Little things that I dig and love.
Hey, man, you really copped up. She doesn't want to split. That cat came on strong, bent her head. That's a bad cat. Would you like a cup of coffee, sir?
I'd like some, Speed.
Black with sugar.
Jenny, I didn't say anything before because that guy frightened me. He comes on so strong and he's got all that energy. But that's not where it's at. If you don't really feel it, then don't go with him.
Now, wait a minute. Who is this, your boyfriend?
No, I'm her friend. Who are you?
Someone who doesn't want to see her throw her life away in a beatnik ghetto.
Why? Because you dig her, or because her father's paying you to bring her back?
Both. I'm a friend and a lawyer.
Then why doesn't the friend tell her to do what she thinks is right?
Maybe she doesn't know what's right yet.
Only she can grope the kind of vibration she gets from a scene,
What
man.
the hell are you talking about, grope?
Well,
no,
grope
it's
is
voodoo
when you...
vibrations, mystic insight, and expanded consciousness. Well, they don't mean anything to me. In fact, I think they're a sign of the times, and they're rather disturbing.
Because something is happening, but you don't know what it is, do you, Mr. Miller?
Hey, printer, I got it. I got it. Just worked this great thing, man. We got to print it right away. We're going to have Catholic masses in the street, Buddhist monks and helicopters. We got to send it to the Pope, the Dalai Lama. Is that fuzz?
Oh, no, man, dig the shoes.
Let's rap about it later, Cecil.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Listen, this is very important. This is about the great psychedelic all-religion service. See, we're going to have the whole trip. Rock groups, visions, maybe a little grass. It's going to be a great service of convergence.
Okay. See if you can lay it on, Speed. Try to set up the type.
You one of those uptown no-war toy people?
No.
7, huh?
You're out. Your crutch touched the line, man.
Oh.
Can we leave now before we all go mad?
I'm sorry, George, not yet. I just don't want to go now.
I thought you decided to give it a try.
I did. But Printer's right. I just don't feel it.
I'd like to know how you feel it. I'd like to know what is so wrong with the world that you can't live in it with the rest of us.
It's all wrong, man.
Oh, that's brilliant. Case dismissed. Jenny, you can stay here and play hopscotch with this prophet here because the world's all wrong.
The world sends us 100 messages a day, man, trying to get to us through fear. Fear? It's all fear, man. The fear of being put down, of trying to keep up. The fear of not having approved of beauty, intelligence, or style. We're afraid of the bomb, and we're afraid of hell. And sometimes out of the fear of loneliness, we love somebody. And then the fear of each other destroys that. It's fear that'll land our rockets on the moon.
Well, that's life, isn't it?
No, man, we're drenched in it. Fear is anxiety, and anxiety is pain. Man is in pain.
I'm not in pain, and you're not in pain.
Oh, yes, you are. And one day when you realize it, it's going to be too late. Have you heard the story of Plume?
No.
Plume was a little man who had a toothache. It hung him up so much he couldn't love anyone. Sit down, please. He went to dentists, and they told him that he had this 20th century type toothache, and there was no way to get rid of it. One day he went to a dentist, and the cat said, Plume, if you want to end your pain, you must go out and scream as loud as you can. But Plume was a frightened little fellow, and he was afraid that if he really went out and screamed as loud as he could, they'd think he was a madman and lock him up. So he worked in pain for 30 years and saved his money until he could pay for a 100-piece symphony orchestra to come to his little room. They played a wild Wagnerian overture, and Plume screamed until he blew his mind and the pain left. But it was too late to love anyone. That's a very sad story. Most Plumes don't even realize they're in pain. They're just uptight all the time out there popping tranquilizers like peanuts so they can make it to the office. They're stretched out on some shrink's couch at $25 an hour trying to figure out whether they dig their mother. And everybody is out there, man, making bread off of your pain and trying to sell you where it's at or else.
Well, I thought I had it all neatly worked out. You know, getting tranquilizers from my analyst and sending the bill to my mother. But now that I know where it's really at, well, all I have to do is come here and scream a little and all the pain will go away, right?
You figure it out.
Oh, I have. This is a watering hole for losers. In pain. Jenny, I can't understand how you can stay here and wallow in this depression. Look, whatever we play the game for, they're bound to lose. Will you come out with me and have a cup of coffee?
No, I'm gonna stay here. And I'm going out with the pickets in a little while.
Your coffee, sir.
No, thanks. Jenny, the lark is over. I can force you legally.
Take it, man. It'll cool you out. You're getting uptight.
Don't play those games with me, buddy.
No games. I wasn't playing any games.
Hey, now, Speed. Now, is that the straight life? You sure you weren't trying to put him on?
Well, I was. Just a little. I'm sorry, sir.
Oh, forget it. My own fault.
Isn't it about time for morning service?
Right. It's your trip, Cecil. Help him out, Speed.
Jenny, I have ways of pressuring you.
You mean call the police?
No, your father would never permit me to do that.
Join us, Mr. Miller. It'll only take a minute.
Can you turn on the lights a minute? I have something to say that, unfortunately, will affect everyone here.
Speed? All right, Quail.
Jenny, my wife saw you on television, some protest or something. She told your mother, not thinking it would upset her, but as it turned out, it did. Your father asked me to bring you home, which I intend to do, simply because I said I would. I spoke to Mrs. Griswold, chairman of your pro-war toy committee. I told her the whole story. Jenny, you're a minor. She doesn't want any bad publicity. Well, the rest is easy. If you don't come home with me, she'll close the whole place down. I'm sorry, Jenny, but I have to keep my word, my bargain, if you will, to your father.
Can he do that, Prine?
I'm afraid so. Mrs. Griswold is a nice old lady and all that, but she'd never grope where this is at.
I am sorry, Jenny.
That's all right. I understand.
All hold hands. Now feel a warmth, a pleasant warmth relax in your chest. Let that warmth rise slowly to your shoulders. Feel it as it moves down your arms and to your hands. Feel it in the hands you touch. Let it run from your hand to the hand you touch. Let it run through us all until we have a circle of warmth. And let us know that that warmth we feel is love. And that somehow it has something to do with God.
I had decided all along to make a donation to your No War Toys Committee. This should help out some.
Look, man, I don't want to get in trouble with the committee, but that mimeograph is mine, and that's all we really need. You got room for us in your pad?
Sure, always room for a few more.
Jenny, you stay. We're going to get out of here right now.
No, Printer, I'll go home. I wouldn't take you and Speed away from your press.
It would be better that way for everyone. I made this out for $500.
Forget it, man. Just knowing I don't have to compromise or move through the world with your kind of tricky mentality is all I need to get through.
I can't let you do it. You don't need me.
It doesn't matter. Goodwin's department store or some toy company would have busted us out of here sooner or later anyway. All we need is a little faith in something and a few tweakies. We'll let the monsters suffer in their middle-class change. We'll send them our love. Mr. George Miller, we love you. Now, that freaks you out because you don't trust love, but we love you anyway. Here. This is my ankh for peace.
Will you take my check for this?
I can't because the check's a bribe. I love the ankh. It was made by a beautiful mad hippie out of a coat hanger. He loved it and he gave it to me. But you don't love the check.
But I made the check. It's my thing. I want you to have it. Take it.
To spend and get the cash?
To do whatever you want.
Then I'll take it. But it's only a symbol of all the crud and hypocrisy out there. And all the little plumes in pain, waiting to shout so they can get off the wheel and love somebody. This'll make it, as Speed would say, a hip check.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Hey, it is. It's a hip check.
Peace, man.
Thanks. Maybe if I were younger or something.
Or maybe if we were older or something. Well, let's not hang out here any longer than we have to. We'll take the mimeograph, the pamphlets and posters already made up, anything from the barrels you want, the mattresses, and everything else belongs to the committee.
How about some paper?
Yeah, score some paper.
Hey, are we gonna print that thing I wrote?
I'm going home with him. I'm gonna turn my mother and father on, and then I'm coming back.
Well, spread a little around Chicago.
Make 'em march.
Goodbye, Jenny.
Oh.
Later.
Goodbye.
Peace.
Well, we don't have to split now.
I guess not. Move all the stuff back.
You never moved anything out, man.
Oh. Then let's cool it.
Hey, you stepped on about 5 lines already.
Who cares?
Well, the rules care, if you break them.
Speed, my son. Hopscotch is just a game. game you play, trying to get around the squares.
There's a little of Jenny in each of us. We may be surrounded by other people, but sometimes we feel isolated, alone. This is a very painful way to live, and it's not at all healthy. We're communal beings. We grow and find ourselves only in communion with other people. We need to reveal ourselves honestly to them, where we actually are, what we really feel, without fear of condemnation. And we need to be accepted by them, not for what we have or can do, but simply and solely for who we are. In a word, we need their love, and they need ours. It works both ways. To find this sense of community, you don't need to change your companions. It's not where, but how you live that's important. Open up. Allow yourself to be known. Don't try to hide your vulnerability, your pain, your need. Allow other people to love you, and try to do the same for them. If you take the first step, they'll reciprocate, and together you'll grow into the full, happy persons God made you to be.
Insight is a production of the Paulist Fathers, a group of Catholic priests who serve their God by serving those outside their church.